Ba-ba-ba-ba. What is up, everybody? Welcome to a fresh take live edition. Vicky, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. I got my CTC on deck. I'm happy.
Okay. So, Breakfast of Champions, by the way, Breakfast of Champions.
Exactly.
So, you know what we're here for? Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I almost said WandaVision. Falcon and the Winter Soldier, episode 5. Discussion and thoughts. So this episode actually starts off, it kicks off right where episode 4 left off with Walker, the aftermath of Walker killing a dude in broad daylight in front of everybody as their phones are recording for the world to see. And he runs off to a warehouse building because we got to have our warehouse 90s villain fight.
Mm-hmm.
So Bucky and Sam follow him to the warehouse. They try to talk him down. Sam is actually being very good at talking people down. But the problem is, if you don't remember, in the very first Captain America movie, Erskine's formula, he explained it. He was like, look, it takes what kind of person you are and magnifies it. So basically, John can't really, as the series has progressed, he can't handle stress. He really can't handle it. So the stress of being Captain America, the stress of not feeling like he can't live up to Captain America, which is ridiculous to begin with, and the stress of constantly getting his ass whooped, for lack of a better term,
by black folk.
Yeah, he takes the serum and it magnifies that, which means we're finna have to fight because he ain't gonna give up that shield. The shield, he turned into Gollum in this episode from Lord of the Rings. I mean, Buddy was like, he was fiending for that shield. And Sam was like, look, man, we need that shield because we gotta tell somebody. We gotta if you explain the situation, explain what happened, I'm pretty sure they'll consider your record. And John's like, nah, man, you don't want to do this. Bucky like, nah, we do.
And, for sure. I want to whoop your behind. Sam has been holding me back, but you finally did something. Now I can really whoop your behind. I couldn't do it before because Sam said, no, don't do it. But now, let's go.
Which the fight was actually really well shot, and it was actually really brutal. I thought they weren't going to go as brutal, but they did. The only thing is, it was obvious Bucky was holding back because he didn't want to kill him. If Bucky wanted to kill him, John would have died, in my opinion, if he really wanted to kill him, but he just didn't want to kill him. Needless to say, the fight happens. Very good fight. They break his arm, take the shield, and that is before the opening credits. That's all that happens before the opening credits. Now, as far as the episode itself is, it's a very lax episode for episode before the season finale, which makes me think that next week's episode is going to be all out hell. All hell's going to break loose.
Yeah.
So it goes back with Sam trying to figure out what he should do about this Captain America situation. And it leads to a couple of very deep scenes. One of my favorite scenes in the episode that I actually had to watch 2 or 3 times because I kept rewinding it. He goes back to see Isaiah, and him and Isaiah have a heart-to-heart, pretty much.
Who did I say that to? I said to my brother. That conversation, like how it was, like I felt like it was Martin and Malcolm sitting down and talking. Like when Isaiah was like, "Ain't no respectable black man going to take that shield." I was like, "Okay, Malcolm." And Mark, and then Sam, he was like all optimism. Martin just coming through, and I was like, "I love this moment right here."
Yeah, and the thing that got me was, it was kind of like, because I have family that was in the military, I have family that served in various wars or whatever, and just sitting back talking to them, it reminded me of those conversations. So I completely understood both sides, because as I can understand Isaiah's point of view simply because he got used and abused for doing what is right. for doing what and what Sam don't. And Sam realizes this. He just don't want to. He knows it, but he doesn't want to say it. He knows that if he tells, tell somebody,
Sam still believes the good in people.
Yeah, but he knows if he tells somebody, they're gonna kill him. They're gonna send somebody to kill him. He knows that. Like Sam ain't stupid. He knows that. And especially since now the Avengers ain't really together right now. So who he gonna put Isaiah with?
There you go.
He killed. They'll send somebody and they would kill him. So Isaiah has a point. Like, dude, leave me dead. Because the only reason why he got out was because a nurse took pity on him and forged documents saying he was dead. That's the only reason why he got out.
Exactly.
So if that's the reason, and we got to say, let's just say Isaiah is because they don't ever say his age. So let's just say he's 70 or 70 in his 70s. That means there's somebody probably alive in government that is still, alive that knows that, hey, look, if he alive, kill him. We can't have him tell him to kill him. So,
hey, Madam Fun Size, thank you for coming by our stream as we talk about the latest episode of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. But go ahead, Jay.
Hey, Madam Fun Size, how you doing?
I'm part of my stream team of the Athena Alliance. Hey, girl.
Yeah, so that was actually deep. That's a deep conversation, and I know some people not gonna like it. And to those people that don't like it, that's claiming this series is too woke, educate yourselves and shut up. So that being said, back to the fun stuff. Now, here's where the fun part of the episode comes in. Sam goes back to Louisiana, and him and his sister, they have to sell the boat.
Wait, no, Jay, nobody cares about that part.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
No. All right, go ahead. You said
I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
All right,
I'm getting there. So we go back to Louisiana to Sam and his sister, which I like the sister. I love the sister. She's doing a very good job in that role. I'm actually digging her. We go there, and for everybody that's been like, Sam has been messing with Bucky this entire series, man. Bucky gets some comeuppance on Sam in a couple of ways. One way is he comes in and just straight up just helps him do everything and just basically makes it look easy. The second way is he started flirting with his sister.
Listen, he's like, hey, girl.
And Sam,
all the TikToks of that moment is hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh wait, we gotta sell Madam Fun Size on this show.
Do you like action adventure? Do you like buddy cop Lethal Weapon?
And they're very much not holding back.
Yeah.
Touching upon very, controversial issues that are, present to this day. So it's very much, so I think you and Nando would both very much enjoy it. Nando's her husband.
Okay.
I would say, go ahead, girl.
Yeah. If you like stuff like Lethal Weapon, you'll love this. Because it's
the great camaraderie and relationship between Bucky and Sam. And especially in this episode, you really see it come together because Bucky even apologized. He's like, I did not understand what it meant for you as a black man to be Captain America. And I'm sorry for not taking that moment.
Yeah. And that's the other thing, too. And there's some people who got mad about that. I'm like, dude, him and Steve didn't get it. They get it. Because you don't understand unless you're in somebody's shoes. So Bucky saying that, look, man, we didn't understand it because if you think about it, Bucky has had his mind wiped every time he did a mission. So he just woke up, kill somebody, go back to sleep and get mind wiped. Steve was trapped in ice for 70 years. So
so you don't understand all the dynamics, but you're slowly learning it.
Yeah. And, so it's one of those situations where it was like, I like that conversation as well. Sam even gets a training montage.
I love the training. I am for a training montage. Every time Rocky had his training montage. I was here for it, especially when he was frolicking in the water with Apollo. And he was like, that's a beautiful moment where he's fighting the trees in the snow in Russia. So that's like a great training montage. And somebody pointing it out on TikTok. Yes, listen, I go down a deep rabbit hole of TikTok, so I'm always going to reference TikTok. And they were like, did you notice that when Sam was training, he was on the right side?
Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah.
I was like that. I was like, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. I also like during that training montage, there was a couple of times where he had to duck because that thing was coming straight for his head. So
yes, Madam Funside.
Yeah, you need to answer that one.
Training. Yes, it is. And wait, we haven't had Naked Bucky yet. They both promised that there would be some more gratuitous shirts off for no reason with the butt sitting up nice. So we already had that a couple times from Anthony Mackie, but we haven't had it from Sebastian Stan yet. So I'm assuming that next episode we'll get some of that too. But we're enjoying. They put some nice little eye candy in there for us to enjoy. The chocolate is glistening. So he had extra baby oil on that day.
I'll let you handle that.
Extra baby oil on that day. Not as bad as like they do in Fast and Furious for The Rock, but it was like some extra baby oil.
God damn. But that being said, now overall though, I think the episode hit the proper beats that it needed to do the setup. Now the other thing too is that I found that I thought was actually pretty cool was there is a sequence in there with Baron Zemo and the Dora Milaje. They do take him to the raft, which I think y'all not taking him to Wakanda. Okay, y'all not killing him then. So, but that scene was actually pretty good too, because it basically Zemo basically called. He's like, "Look, Carly she done chose her path. Like y'all gonna have to put her down because she ain't gonna stop." And
because they saw like they rounded up the people, but like that was dumb. Like why? Like there's ways to handle this, but by rounding up women and children and people who are non-violent to make them suffer for what Carly's like that, you're radicalizing her more, and then you're radicalizing the people who are going to now support her because he's like, oh, my cousin who I was trying to help was in that camp and they just took him. So I was like, I'm gonna be mad. I'm like, well, I understand what Carly's saying. I'm gonna go support her because they don't care about us. Yeah. So it's like you're making it worse. Like you got like big dummies. This isn't the first time this type of stuff has happened. It ain't gonna be the last time. But why are you gonna keep repeating the same mistakes that only radicalize people more?
Yeah, and that's why I thought that sequence with the GRC at the end, where you have everybody else telling that senator, dude, you can't do this. And he's like, I can have this done today. And he's like, no, you can't. We don't even have resettlement stuff ready to go. We don't have all our resources in order. Why are you trying to do this? So it's
like, so they're basically trying to get rid of the people who like
they were displaced when the blip happened. And
it was like, what? Like, shouldn't everybody be coming together to get people settled and supported? You were gone for 5 years. Let's get you into a job, into your life, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. You were here this whole time, but now the numbers have changed, blah, blah, blah. Yada, yada. Let's work things out. Like, come on.
I mean, to me, it sounds simple. All you got to do is just like, you can't just start moving people just because. You can't just do that. And so that senator, I'm like, bruh, please somebody kill him. Just kill him so we can just stop this.
I understand, Carl, if you want to take him out. You know what? Yeah. I kind of understand some of this stuff.
Yeah. Because like everybody else at that table was like, we can't do this right now. Like, if you do this right now, we don't have enough of anything. We don't have any kind of plan set in place or anything like that. At least give us time to set a plan in place. Don't just round these people up and put them where.
Yep.
So that is, in and of itself is interesting. The other thing too is Sharon puts in a call to Batroc. So Batroc can go after, because he wants to kill Falcon. Now, a lot of people are saying that Sharon is the power broker. I don't think she is, because if she was a power broker, the power broker's been telling Carly all the while that he or she was going to kill him for stealing the stuff, for stealing the serum. So why would if Sharon's a power broker, why would she then send Batroc to her and not kill her? That doesn't make any sense. The other thing too is we get Julia Louis-Dreyfus shows up as Madam Hydra. I'm not gonna say her full name. I keep forgetting it. It's about as bad as Dot's full name from Animaniacs. I'm not gonna go through that, but I like Julia Louis-Dreyfus. If y'all don't know who that is Elaine from Seinfeld. If she's Madam Hydra, I think Madam Hydra could be power broker, since clearly she knows everything. She knows that John Walker took the serum. She knows that John Walker don't have the shield. She also knows that the U.S. government don't own the shield. So I'm like, wow, you're very well informed for somebody who just showed up.
Yep.
Clearly, that's what I'm saying. I don't think Sharon's a power broker, because I think she's either deep under deep cover, or she's playing both sides against the middle.
Which I understand. I would do it too.
Yeah.
How they screwed her over, I would do it. Like,
it's one of two things, because either she's deep cover because the government sent her there for that purpose. Because Madripoor, they always trying to get somebody in Madripoor to keep an eye on it. If you read the comics, and two, if what she says is true and she's really is pissed off like that, she's probably just playing both sides against the middle, because once again, we don't know who the power broker is, and I don't think it's her. Mm-hmm. So there's that. But I think, as on the whole, I think it was a lighter episode than I thought it was going to be. Because if you watch the first 10 minutes of the episode before the credits hit, you think this is going to be action packed. No, they just do that and then they go into know.
It was basically Rocky.
Yeah,
it was like crazy bad, wild things happen at the beginning. Everybody goes home to regroup, get their mind right. Training montage. Let's go.
Yep, because next week is the final episode of the season. Now, there have been some talks that this one might actually get a season 2. That would be interesting, to say the least.
Madam Fun Size says, who do I prefer for eye candy, Anthony or Bucky? Well, Bucky ain't stripped yet, so I'm gonna say Anthony for now, because I appreciate the glistening melanin. However, in all the multiple, because once your algorithm changes on YouTube, then I get all the suggestions of all the different interviews, and the interview that he did in Romania, so he was speaking the language. I'm like, wow, he's so cute. So he's eye candy for Sebastian Stan is eye candy, and for interviews, and because he's just so adorable. And then Anthony Mackie in the show.
So the vibranium arm ain't doing nothing for you. He has a vibranium arm.
I'm appreciating the little swag that he got going on in the show, but for right now, they ain't got him glistening yet. So I'm waiting for him. Until he glistens, I'm Team Anthony. I'm Team Falcon until he glistens.
Oh my goodness.
Right,
okay.
Well, I can't make a judgment yet. Oh, let's spill some water. Can't judge it.
And there you have it, folks. There you have it.
Madam Fun Size agrees. Only you would say glistening like that. Glistening. Listen.
I mean, well, hey, people, now you know. So if you want, you can reply to Vicky in the comments. Let her know what team you going for: Team Mackie or Team Bucky or Team Sam. Just let her know in the comments, and Vicky will respond to that because I won't. But yeah, looking forward to next week. Kind of sad that we won't see the Dora Milaje. I'm kind of gonna be missing them. And yeah,
they're gonna. It's all gonna be their own show. We'll see.
Yeah.
During their show, so
that's a good takeaway, because I'm glad they went on to say that we're getting a Wakanda series, because if they wouldn't have said that after this, I would have been a little bit upset, because I'm like, you can't do me like that, Marvel. Yeah. Give me something. But yeah, next week should be appropriately crazy, and
Oh,
I'm here for it.
because John Walker's gone off his rocker
Yeah.
completely, gone completely crazy. He's making his own fake shield. I'm like, wow, you in the garage making your own shield, huh? Okay, and like we've gone off the deep end.
Yeah.
And then we're going to see, then we get to see the new wings for Falcon, and he's looking all fine and glistening and sparkly in the vibranium, sparkly. So that would be enjoyable. Hopefully, we'll see Bucky without a shirt off. Just saying. And yeah, and then actually story. The storyline too. That's important, y'all. That's important.
I'm glad that's third on your list.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad the story's third on your list. So,
Yeah.
priorities, right? You got to have your priorities in order, right?
We'll see the broker, right? Well, they'll have to at least reveal the broker.
I hope they do.
I
hope they're going to do it.
I mean, they could obviously show up the last minute and be like, "Oh," and
yeah,
see.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, because I hate when they. No, we're not doing that.
No, new name for the show, Glisten and Sparkle.
We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We are not doing that. No.
You're no fun.
I am not.
He be holding me back. You see that? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. In this case, I will. So, but yeah, I hope they show who that is. I'm pretty sure the fight scenes are going to be adequately ridiculous. So we'll just have to see. WandaVision killed it for story. Yeah, that's true. But I think WandaVision was set up to be like that. Loki, I think Loki's going to be more on the comedy side. So, they might be doing that. So,
it sounds like a Magic Mike show, right?
Yeah, I mean,
I would support it.
See what I have to deal with people. See what I have to deal with.
That's why he'll be inviting me on his other show.
I do be in.
I invite myself to your other show.
See what I have to deal with people.
I invite myself.
I didn't have you on the.
But after how many countless comments, you were on episode 3,000. I finally get on the one episode. Just saying. But I digress. So next week we're ready.
So yeah, people, please go watch Fangirl on Twitch, because that's why I don't be inviting her, because she's usually on Twitch. So
whatever.
That being said, but yeah,
well, I had to bully my way in to be on the show.
Hey man, don't be. Hey, Andre, don't do this.
No, because last week you were live. I didn't get a text message. I didn't get a Google Hangout message. I didn't get nothing. And I commented on the live show. Oh, word. I wasn't invited. And Jay was like, pull up. And I was like, fuck. Here I am. Kicking the door, waving the 4-4. Yes.
No, you weren't. You did not kick in the door waving the 4-4. You kicked in the door waving the forest.
Well, whatever. The forest, I had my plain axe, so whatever.
Yes.
Covered in teeth. So
also, check out the game The Forest that Vicky has been pimping religiously for the past 3 weeks.
Yeah. Once she's having some internet issues, but once it's up and running, we're gonna be streaming that too.
There you go, people.
My mom is playing it, so that's how deep it's gone. Mm-hmm.
I hope y'all enjoyed the show, because it kind of went off the rails the last 5 minutes. But hey, y'all know how we do.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah, that tends to happen. So, Vicky, any final thoughts before we hang this up?
Not much. I think the show is progressing appropriately. It's only 6 episodes, so they have to get in there, be fast and quick with it, and I am the biggest fan for that game. Yeah, so I look forward to next week, because they have to wrap it up some way that keeps us satisfied, but also prepares for if they've been greenlit to season 2, so they can keep that dynamic of Bucky and Falcon together. So I look forward to that and seeing how it that progresses. And we will then roll into how many weeks between that one and then Loki?
I think Loki's June 11th, so we're gonna have probably a little bit under 2 months.
Uh-oh.
We have a
Okay.
little bit under 2 months.
All right, so then that gives us the break of May off, and then we'll be back into the Marvel universe again. But I would highly recommend watching this. It's really good. Definitely has moments that has you thinking a lot, not just about the Marvel universe, but our current world, if you will.
Yeah, I completely agree. So next week should be awesome. I am looking forward to it. So catch us next week for our big season finale review, and we'll see you guys then. Peace.
Bye.